Hey guys, and welcome back to Glory Hunter here with Chelsea in England. We return today with the month of October, and the first game here pits us against Nottingham Forest, who are having a really good start to the season, currently in 5th. Now, we discussed in the previous episode about using sliders and just trying to have an impact on the gameplay moving forward. Now, I have made a couple of adjustments, so it should be interesting to see how we get on in this next game. We will most likely see absolutely no difference at all and have to adjust them again, or we will get absolutely slapped and I will have made them too difficult and we'll have to make them a little bit easier again. But Forest is a game that on paper I would expect to win, but obviously they're having a good season so far. So we'll see how we get on and how these new sliders treat us. We've obviously started off the season with winning every single game so far. So we want to make it a little bit more difficult moving forward, and we're kicking off at home to the Forest. Alright then guys, here we go to kick off the episode. The sun is shining at Stamford Bridge. We're facing Nottingham Forest, who, as I mentioned, started off the campaign. Oh, fuck me, Rudiger, that is poor. They've started off the campaign really well, and they've got a really interesting team. They've got like loads of sort of Premier League experienced players like Fabinho in midfield. They've got Zinchenko. They've got this right back Brian, who I was looking at in the summer. I think he's like a regen of maybe Carl Walker or something like that. He's an English fullback. They've still got Brennan Johnson out here on the right hand side. This Jimenez fella played against us in season 1, I think, back when we were in the Europa League with Atletico Madrid against Feyenoord. Here's Kai Havertz into the middle, great defending. Well, there is the whistle. It's 0-0 at half time, and it does feel like it's a lot more even. Here's Jimenez. Round the corner, shot comes in, and Ramsdale forced into his first save of the game. 20 minutes to play. So far, Forest the only team who we haven't scored against in the league. Here's Austin, the man who could have ended up here. Levi can clear, but doesn't get it up to Victor Osimhen. Managed to get in the way of that, and now Bertrand can bring it away. Can he be the man to turn into the hero? Bertrand, oh, he has! The man that we were slagging off in the last episode for not having the technical ability. His pace can be such a menace off the bench. Gets away, had Osimhen in support, but with Joe Worrell covering the pass, went for goal. Chilwell keeps it alive. Enzo to Carney. Now Bertrand. Patient build-up from Chelsea. Carney. Victor. Great build-up. And Osimhen does get his goal. What a brilliant team goal. Victor Osimhen continues his streak. 7 consecutive games for the Nigerian. And that felt a lot more like we were in a game of football. Took us to the 75th minute to find our opener. But we are the league leaders for a reason. Forest gave it a really good go. But we will remain with our 100% record to start the season off. Alright guys, I'm just simming through the international period, and we've had an interesting email, a job offer from the Netherlands. Now they want us to win the European Championship, so I'm quite tempted to possibly give this a go. I think I'm going to accept it, see what their team's like, and we can always resign if they're crap. But they have got some good young players, and they should have grown quite well, so we're going to accept it. We'll go and take a look what their squad is currently looking like, because don't forget, we will have the European Championships at the end of this season coming up in the summer. So we'll have that tournament, and it is the last year international tournament that we do have to win. So I was kind of waiting for France, but I'm tempted to go with the Netherlands. Let's have a look what their squad's like. All right then guys, so with the current squad that I've got, this is the team that I have built. I'm actually going to make Matthias de Ligt the captain at 28 now. He's probably one of the more experienced players in the team. Frankie de Jong also in there at 30. Maybe we make Frankie the captain. Do we go Frankie? I think I'm going to give it to the Barcelona midfielder, but this is the team that I've got. Obviously, got a lot of young talent in real life that's now developed. So, goalkeeper's not the strongest. We've got Justin Bilo in goal with Mark Flecken and Gorta in the reserves. Jeremy Frimpong at right wing back with Malacia left wing back. The three centre backs are very strong though. Sven Botman on the left, Timber on the right, and Matthias de Ligt in the middle. We've then got a midfield three of Frankie de Jong slightly deeper, not as a holding mid, but a deep lying playmaker, with Ryan Gravenberch as our box-to-box and Xavi Simons as sort of an advanced playmaker. And then the two men leading the line, we've got Cody Gakpo as sort of a false nine, centre forward, similar to the role he plays at Liverpool. And then Brian Brobby, the former Ajax and Leipzig man, up top. So it's quite a strong bench as well, with Myron Buado and Doniel Marlin. Lots of pace on the bench. Memphis Depay as an option in that false nine position, with Timber and Kenneth Taylor as well. Both really good midfield options. And then Per Shares and Getroida, I think it's pronounced, are also both really good defensive options. Alongside the two keepers, we've also got Jordan Teze, Owen Window, and then Noah Lang in the reserve. So we've got loads of options. In fact, if anything, Van Dijk would come in ahead of Per Schurz, so he can come in there. We've then got Danjuma, who's a player that I am a big fan of. And actually, with that pace, I think I'd rather have Danjuma in over probably Noah Lang. Ian Martson could potentially come in over Owen Window. Quite similar players, the two. Ian does have that high attacking work rate and can play left wing back. Do you know, we'll call Ian up for now, former Chelsea boy as well. Other than that, I think that is the squad that we will stick with for now. I'm actually going to call up this young lad, Dan Kramer, only 22 years old, 6'5" shot stopper, as our third choice. But that is the squad that we'll go with for now, so we will submit that. A couple of players coming into the initial squad. So here we are away at Anfield, one of the toughest away trips in the Premier League. I think their atmosphere is a little bit overrated at Anfield, but their record kind of speaks for itself. Jude Bellingham, the captain, part of our World Cup winning squad with England, and they have got a really good team. They've got the likes of Gvardiol and Cancelo at the back. Alisson's still one of the best keepers in the world. So I think this will be our first real test of the season. We had Spurs, of course, but Spurs are shite. Our team is unchanged. You can see Liverpool's lineup here, very strong. Let's get into it and see if we can continue our winning start. Just kind of slowing the pace of the game down early on here. It's what you got to do at Anfield. Get the crowd quiet and down. And now we look to come on the counter. The high line from Liverpool, as we know. Rashford now in behind. Onto his right foot, looked to find the main man, Victor Osimhen, but couldn't quite get it through to him. Here's Vic again. Now Rashford. Big save from Alisson Becker. Chilwell. Lovely build-up with Rashford down this left-hand side. Chilwell back to Marcus. Keeps it alive. And it's rolled inside to Enzo. Away from Martin Ødegaard. Now Victor Osimhen. Havertz round the corner to James. Into the penalty area. Can he pick out a man? It's Rashford, and that is some save from Alisson. We're having to play a little bit of a slower pace. It's not quite as frantic. Get the ball forward and get on the attack. But we're creating chances still. Chilwell will swing in the corner into Osimhen. And it's just over the top from the Premier League's top scorer. Cancelo loses out to Pedri. Now Tony Rudiger. Oh, flying tackle from Darwin. Here comes Pedri. Osimhen's asking for it over the top. He gets there. Victor Osimhen, big save from Alisson again. He is keeping his side in it. Now it's through to Kai Havertz, and again the Brazilian. How well has he played in this first half? Chilwell with the set piece. Looking for Osimhen. Defender does well. Out to Enzo, who can't get it back to Chile, and that will probably be that for the first half. We've had the better of the chances, but the cop is still bouncing, and Alisson Becker has massively kept them in the game here. 0-0 at the break once again. We managed to find the goal against Forest. Can we do the same again? Zakaria's got some work to do to keep up with Rashford. He's done well, the Swiss man. Osimhen, Enzo into Havertz, just keeping the ball moving here. Rashford through the gap, and now it's Pedri, surely, and we have our breakthrough. The Spaniard is at it again, scored away at the Amex, and now scores here at Anfield. Lovely patient build-up, again just slowing the game down. And as Alisson came out, this time he couldn't get there in front of the Chelsea fans. But here comes Darwin Núñez. Levi gets a foot in. It's just non-stop. It's absolutely frantic. Havertz. Victor's on. Can he do it? Victor Osimhen. He has bagged it. He's done it again, Vic. He keeps finding these late goals to keep his streak alive. And it will be 8 games in a row for the Nigerian. Surely secured the victory here at Anfield. What a display. This has been like Mourinho-esque. 2-0 away at Anfield. We've played kind of on the counter, and that's a great second goal from Victor Osimhen. Floats it out, and there is the full-time whistle. Back-to-back 2-0 victories, 2 really similar games, and the Chelsea train just keeps on marching. It's 8 wins in a row in the Premier League, and Victor Osimhen has scored in all 8. Right then, guys, after the drama of the last couple of games in the Premier League, our attention switches back to Europe as we travel away to Portugal at, is it the Dragão or is that Porto? I'm sure that's Porto. The Estadio de Luz, I think it is, in Benfica. It's just come to me. Dragão's Porto. Yeah, sorry, completely lost my train of thought then. Back to matters in the Champions League. It's first v second. We've got 6 points on the board, 2 wins from 2. And our hosts with 4 points have started the group very well. And travelling away to Portugal is going to be a tough task here. But we have started very well in this Champions League group. That might fall for Benfica. It does, and they take an early lead. Bit of a loose pass. And I'm not sure who it was who finished it off, but we are behind. Is that Rafa? I think it was Rafa with the goal. Feels like he's been there for ages, but it was a deflection off Ben Godfrey. No one really on the cover. And it is Rafa gets there. Does Ramsdale get a touch on it? No, it goes straight past the Englishman. And we trail early on in the Champions League. Pedri looking to find Havertz. Not scored a huge amount of goals to kick off the season. Here's Carney. Finds Ivan. And Ivan finds the back of the net, who has been scoring goals. What a signing this man has been. He's provided great cover for Victor Osimhen. And he's providing competition as well. Whenever Ivan seems to start, he's scoring goals. Elise. Down this left-hand side. I'm sure Michael Elise came through Chelsea's academy, or he was there as a youngster. Tony into Havertz, and his shot pushed behind. Pedri will deliver the set piece. It's into Ben Godfrey, who attacked it really well, and this man deserves a goal to start off the season. He's been fantastic, especially in this little Champions League run. We are, of course, set piece FC, as you guys should know by now. Gets the run on the defenders, and the keeper's got no chance with that. And in the space of 10 minutes, we've completely flipped the script. Game just starting to open up again. Weigl wins it off Pedri, but Benoit will intercept. Ivan, who's had a good game out there tonight, finds the Spaniard Pedri. Malo Gusto, is he onside? He is. Tony's at the back stick. Carney wins his header, and now Malo Gusto into the area and scores his first goal for Chelsea. The Frenchman who was signed from Fiorentina in the summer to provide backup to Reece James. This is exactly why we signed him, for these kind of nights, so that we can give Reece a night off. And he's putting in a very solid performance here. I did see that Ivan Toney had gone down. He's actually going to have to come off. That could be a huge blow for us. It looked like Ivan landed on his shoulder or his elbow or something. So it could be a lengthy 3-month injury or so. It shouldn't be an MCL or an ACL for him. But saying that, FIFA doesn't really make sense on the injury front. And there's not really been much to report since the third goal from Malo Gusto. Great win for Chelsea away at the Estadio de Luz. The main news for us coming out of the game is how long will Ivan Toney be down? We'll go and find out together. Right then, as we head back to the office, Ivan down for 2 months. I said it could be a shoulder or an elbow. And Ivan will be down till pretty much the end of the calendar year. He'll be back around Christmas time, but that'll be a big loss with the amount of fixtures that we have between now and then. Lots of games in November, and December is always a busy period. Alright then guys, so after that win in Portugal at the Estadio de Luz, we return back to the bridge to take on Bournemouth. And I didn't realise how close the kits are in comparison to each other. So, bit of a potential kit clash. Sorry if it comes out looking a bit similar on the video. But back to matters in the Premier League. Here goes Havertz. Good run from him. Osimhen nearly made it. I think it would be 9 games in a row. And here goes Michael. Down the left, pulled back to Osimhen, and he's bagged again. 9 games in a row, looking to break Jamie Vardy's record of 11. And Victor Osimhen just, you know you're going to get a goal from him every time he steps out on the pitch. It's 10 goals in 9. He's not hit more than 1 very often, but you just know he's going to get you at least a goal every game. And again, Elise, I've been really impressed with him in sort of limited minutes this season, but still Michael Elise into the penalty area, pulls it back to Havertz, and it's a carbon copy of the first, and Kai's got another goal. But Elise, again, just rapid down that left-hand side, and he's got the awareness to pick out a teammate as well. Bournemouth on the counter from our corner, Pepelu. Now, Cook, little ball round the corner, but who's there? Michael Elise tracking back. Ball given away, though. Played inside to Jaden Anthony, and he pulls one back for the Cherries. Failed to clear the ball, very similarly again to the game we saw at the Amex in the previous episode. Ben Chilwell again the guilty party. Colwell into Fernandez, now Chile. Elise holding his width really well. Has Osimhen in support. Now Kai Havertz, and it is 3. And Osimhen and Havertz have got such a good relationship up there. Michael Elise has been class today. And again, we've done it. We've killed the game off with another goal. Osimhen this time turning provider for Kai Havertz, who's starting to find the back of the net a little bit more consistently. Enzo into Kai. Has Elise with him. Elise into the middle for Havertz. Oh, what a way to secure his hat-trick. But Michael Elise has been superb today. What a finish from Havertz with the overhead, though. Elise down the left, lifts it into the middle, and Kai Havertz with the karate kick. Elise loving himself out there. Thule back to Michael Elise. Whipped into the middle. Oh, attacked by Pedri. And Elise has just been different gravy today. What a decision to put him into the lineup. Well, Elise will be brought off to a standing ovation from the home fans. Limbs in the home end. Michael Elise got to be one of the performances of the save. Like I say, 4 assists from him. 85% pass accuracy, 11 dribbles with a 100% take on rate. Just absolute class from him today. Didn't get a goal himself, but his passing was just fantastic. Alright then guys, next up we have sort of a big game and sort of not really that big of a game. It's Manchester City away at the Etihad, but it is only in the Carabao Cup. I'd love to get one over on them because they do look like they're going to be the team that are going to challenge us the most. But at the same time, it is only the Carabao Cup and we really don't have to win this. But here we go. Bertrand. Oh, he's finishing so bad. Elise at the back post. Saved by Edison. Not fully cleared. Elise, surely a penalty. As Milan Skriniar comes in from behind on Elise. We've started well here. It's Marcus Rashford against Edison. Fires it into the top corner. Jovanovic. Bertrand in behind. The pace merchant. Rashford is 2. We just do not look like stopping. Marcus Rashford at the double. Starting up front today. Now back to Elise. Jovanovic. Oh, that is special from Jovanovic. We are running ragged against City at the Etihad. Into Foden. And now it's Erling Haaland and he does get his goal. The Norwegian robot pulls one back for City. Jovanovic picks up the loose ball and finds Amari Hutchinson. Now Rashford holds on to it well. Amari into Carney. Now KWP back to Carney. What a strike. This man has been phenomenal this year. Carney makes it 4. And that will be that. Chelsea heading to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. So we'll look to try and find who it is in the Carabao Cup 4th round. Liverpool and Manchester United still in the competition, but if we avoid either of them, I would fancy our chances of making it to the semis. But Chelsea will be taking on Cardiff City away from home in Wales. So a trip away to the Cardiff City Stadium. One of only 2 non-Premier League sides left in the competition. West Ham will face Manchester United and Liverpool against Brighton. So not easy ties for either of those two. And the other quarter-final will see Wolves face off against Huddersfield. So, of course, for those that don't know, the record set, of course, by Jamie Vardy, scoring in 11 consecutive league games, was, of course, Ruud van Nistelrooy's record previous to that. He set the record. I'm not sure what year it was, but it was 10 consecutive league games that he scored in. And, of course, Jamie Vardy broke that in Leicester's title-winning year. But Victor Osimhen currently on 9, looking to draw level with Ruud van Nistelrooy today and put him 1 behind Jamie Vardy's record. Elise looks for Osimhen over the top. He can get away, can he? Victor Osimhen, it was never in doubt. Never in doubt for the Nigerian. It's 10 Premier League games in a row. He draws level with Ruud van Nistelrooy and now 1 behind the record holder, Jamie Vardy. Elise with the assist again. Getting his shirt pulled, holds off his man and on the half volley slams it home past Alex Romero. What a strike from Osimhen. We've used some great players and great strikers in this save. Probably none more so than Tammy Abraham. The former Chelsea man is right on cue. Osimhen slams in his second. But we've used some great strikers. I think Tammy had that season. Did he get to 40 goals? But there's something with Osimhen. He just feels like a different fucking animal. He is so good. So much space for Reece out wide. Reece looking for Osimhen. Oh, what a save from Ramiro. Well intercepted though. Elise through the eye of a needle for Osimhen. Still Vic looking for the hat-trick and finding it. Now Elise's won it back. Finds Hull. Into Vic, and it's 4 for Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen with his 4th. And West Ham just cannot deal with him. Nobody can. Victor Osimhen with 4 goals seals off a brilliant team display, and what a start to the season it has been. 10 wins on the bounce in the league. Alright then guys, so after Victor Osimhen dispatched of West Ham so easily, we'll close out the episode by just taking a look at the standings. You can see in the Champions League, a win on match day 4 at home at the Bridge against Benfica will see us qualify for the last 16. In the Carabao Cup, of course, we know we've got that trip to the Cardiff City Stadium in the quarter-finals. And in the Premier League, 10 wins from 10 leaves us with a 5-point gap over Manchester City. They've only dropped points twice. It does look like it'll be a 2-horse race for the title, but at the moment, we don't look like slowing up. Only the 4 goals conceded as well. We have been red hot to start this season off. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Glory Hunter. If you have, let me know by smashing the like or dropping a comment down below. I do really appreciate all the interactions with you guys. I hope to catch you very soon, and peace.